Hi, it's Meg Edward, Sherlock Home Inspections. Phone number is 971-212-7481. Website address yourinspectionneeds.com. Today's date is Thursday, September 23rd, 2021. The address we're inspecting today is 13418 Northeast Green Tea Court, Portland, Oregon 97230. We are about to perform a video inspection of the property's main sewer line through the side yard exterior cleanout. The equipment being used today is the Rigid Sea Snake. This is one of the best sewer cameras in the market today. Before we begin this video inspection, as we noted, some H sewer pipes made out of clay, concrete, cast iron, asbestos, and Warrensburg may be in good working order and may never have had a clogged or sewer backup before. However, due to real estate transactions, attorneys, and lawsuits, Sherlock Home Inspections must recommend the following to meet the current codes. All sewer pipes should be watertight, made out of cast iron, ABS 3034 or HDPE pipe with all appropriate fittings and couplers. All sewer pipes should be free from breaks, offsets, separations, tree roots, bellies, and party sewers. Sherlock Home Inspections recommends replacing any sewer pipe that does not meet these specifications. Here we go. We are in 3-inch ABS plastic drain piping. We are running some water to ensure that our pipe is watertight and is going to remain watertight throughout this inspection. Make sure I got the cold on. Pipe shows no recent signs of blockage or backup. We are twisting and we are going to the street in front of the house. The sewer pipe looks relatively clean, all things considered. All of the joints, junctions in the pipe, at least that we've seen so far, appear to be glued, watertight. At about 34 feet, we're going to start diving into the ground. It's not uncommon as you reach the bottom of this to have a little bit of standing water. It seems like it's tricky for the drain technicians to keep a strong pitch in the pipe as they're pulling out of a straight down dive. And so that's kind of what you see here. So we're reaching the bottom and there's this tendency to go flat rather than transition out of it smoothly. And so they didn't transition out of that dive very smoothly. So we go underwater. And then we come out of it. So there's a bit of a belly as we're pulling out of the dive. So again, at 38 feet, the pipe goes underwater, or the pipe sags. And then at 40, we transition and we come out of the dive. So about a 2-foot area of standing water or belly. At 40 feet, this signifies a couple of things. This signifies transitioning pipe size, so we're going from 3-inch pipe into 4-inch pipe. Signifies transitioning pipe materials. We're going from ABS plastic into 3034 plastic. And then lastly, we're transitioning into the city branch piping. And even though we enter into city branch piping here, technically all of this will be buyer owner responsibility throughout the entire length. Reach the end of the line at 64 feet. So this is the end officially of owner responsibility, 64 feet away from the house. We started in ABS, we transitioned to 30-34, and we dropped into the lateral at 64 feet. We're going to turn off the water and drain everything out and look at the pipe one more time in reverse. We're especially curious to see that area. We had 2 feet of standing water. We're really curious to see with the water off, if everything drains out of there, then it's a better scenario. So we want to do a test on that area. Alright, so here we are again with the water off. So you can see it just kind of, it's still there, it just kind of stays around. So at about 38.5 feet underwater. very small, but there is some standing water even with the water off. So we'd recommend passing the video and the report on to a drain repair specialist to make suggestions for moving forward, maintenance, repairs, whatever he deems to be necessary. In the overall scheme of standing water and water bellies and sewer lines, it's very minor. There is no buildup, so it doesn't really show any signs that there's going to be blockage or backup. There's no sign that it's ever had blockage or backup or anything like that. But as precaution, before closing, we'd recommend taking the video and the report, pass it on to a drain repair specialist to make suggestions for next steps, if any. If no repairs are deemed necessary currently, then of course we'd recommend monitoring. We'd recommend having a sewer scope performed every 2 to 3 years, keeping an eye on the pipe. And then of course if conditions ever worsen, then some repairs could be required in the future. Again, very minor at this point, doesn't really appear to be causing any problems, but it still is some standing water nonetheless. So in a perfect world, we would have a downhill pitch, water flowing downhill at all times. And instead, at the bottom of that dive, so we picked up some pretty good velocity, but at the bottom of that, there's the pipe has a tendency for going straight or going flat rather than gradually coming out of it and keeping a pitch in the pipe.